Okay, so now the session which we are going to start to continue. In the previous lesson and the previous session, we discussed that we have an interview scenario. But before to that, I just want to go for one more stage called filter. After completion of this filter, and according to filter stage, and to compare the filter stage, I have one more stage called switch stage. So we'll complete these two and go to that scenario. Okay. So it may take another session. This session we will complete with the filter and switch. Okay, fine. So again, I want to go with Oracle, and we will see the filter stage and a data set again. Next 2-3 classes or 2-3 sessions will be mostly a basic. The same way we'll be doing. But going further, we'll see file, we'll see some advanced concepts like parameters, parameter set, how do we create a parameter, job level parameters, difference between parameter and parameter sets. These are all the things we are going to see. Okay, so it will not be like this only going further, it will be somewhat complexity also. Okay, so these are basics. So I am defining the server details of Oracle to extract the data for the EMP table. So don't think that I'm using every time EMP, something is not complex or something. Only the thing you need to understand the concept, and next later on we can put or apply some business data. Okay. So now, what is the concept of a filter, and how do we filter the data? What purpose we use filter? To restrict some unwanted data from the source, we use filter. How can we perform in? How can we perform in database in Oracle SQL? Means we have a class called where class. I'm going to retrieve all the data from the EMP. I want to restrict the data based on the department number. Based on department number. Give me a moment.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So I have all the data retrieved from department number 10, 20, 30. I want to restrict. I want only department number 10 to be viewed. Select star from EMP where department number equals to 30. Oh, sorry. I want 10, right? So 10. So only 10th department records I have got fetched and remaining are restricted. I'm not viewing them. I want only these 3 records. So I am using where class in Oracle SQL. So department number equal to 10. I want the data which is not related to 10, it is all related to, apart from 10, I want all the other data. Then what happened? We need to just change our filter condition with not equals to. 20, 30 I am able to view. I want to retrieve either 20th department or 10th department or 20th department. I want this both 10, 20, 10, 20 departments information. Either you can give department number not equal to 30, or you can define in this way. Okay, so this is the way we do it in SQL, in Oracle SQL, and how we do it in datastage. Okay.
This conference will now be recorded.
I'm going to switch the stage first, and later on I want to cover filter. So from processing, I'll choose, I'll take switch, and I'll delete filter for now. Switch is the stage. Okay. So here I got the data, I got the metadata. Now I'm going to select the column. I want department number as shown before, and I want 20th department data. I'm just dragging into 10, 20 data into target. Okay, I'll tell you what is that option, because here the job doesn't run if it is pay. Obviously, it will be aborted. That is the reason I'm making it as drop. But I'll tell you why I'm mentioning it as drop. I'll tell you. So it is asking to save the job. So jobs for compile and run. So now after running, we get the data which I given in case statement. So 20th department is the case statement I given. 25 records I get from the. So see, 20th department, how many records I have? 3, 4, 5 records. Total 5 records I have, department number 20. So those 5 records only we are able to see in data set also. Those 5 records only we are going to see from the data set even. Now, if I want to go for another value, means I want 10th department into another output. I can make it into another output. I can map this data into dataset 9. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to give the second case value here, and I'm going to make it as 10. So now in one output I'm going to get it into 20th department values. In another output I'm going to get 10th department values. I'm sorry, again I have given a wrong click. Okay. I got 5 records into one output, 10th department records into another output. So that is case value. I want to filter the data like this. Select, I'll clear the screen first. So let's start from EMP, where DEPT number equals to 20, or salary range should be less than greater than or equal to 1500. So I want department number. I want department number. I'm sorry, completely it got closed. I'm sorry, I'm just reopening it again. This is the data. From here I'm going to select the data where DPT number equals to 20 or salary greater than or equal to 1500. Means I want the employees who are getting salary greater than 1500 and not in, I'm sorry, not in, or maybe they can be department number 20. I want 20th department people and who is getting salary of 1500, more than 1500, equal to or greater than. I see here there are 20th department information, 30th department information, and 10th information also. See, this is 800. It is not matching with this condition, but it is matching with this condition. And 30th department is not matching with department number condition, it is matching with the salary condition. So these two kind of data I can see in output. But here in switch stage, I have a problem. There is no other option to choose another column. I have department number alone. So what here the problem is, in switch stage, you can select a column at a time, only one. In sort stage, I have shown you to select two columns, two key columns at a time. In department number, you can select two key columns at a time. In remove duplicate stage, you can select two key columns at a time. How it will work? Again, it is a combination. But if you go for another switch stage, you can use another key column also. But again, to merge these two inputs, we require another stage. That makes a problem here. Okay. So here, what is the intention of switch means within the switch, you can use only one column, and within that column, you can use number of conditions. You can use number of conditions. That's what a limitation that we have with a switch stage. What is options if not found? Drop, fail, output. When you say drop, what is he saying this option? If not found. If not found means if you are not able to see the records which are apart from 20 and 10, if you not fail, if you want to drop. If you want to fail the job, fail it. Drop and fail is different. Drop means it will not fail your job. It will simply reject the records. Not reject, we cannot say reject, we can say they are dropped. You cannot see them. Those are records are dropped and continue with only the case matching value. Case 20 I have, 10 I have. 30th department, these are coming under if not found. So I have 30th department records which are not found in the case statement. But I am able to see it in source. What to do now with this department number 30. You want me to drop, you want me to fail the job, and you want to capture to the output. So to capture the output means what? I'll just tell you. See. When you drag this, we can have a reject link. Convert to reject. So make another data set and say this as, name it as switch reject. Switch reject. Switch reject dot ex. Click OK. Compile. Yes. Run. So when you run, you see data into two outputs and you see some data in reject also. See, the reject link is different. The reject link will have breaks. Okay. And if you see the stream link will have continuity, it will not have any breaks. I'll show you these links differences even, but as of now we see stream link and reference link. I'm not sorry, not reference link, reject link. Stream link, reject link. So in switch stage, I have 10th department information, 20th department. So two outputs we have, and the output we are using if not found. That is the reason the job got captured. For example, you say output and you don't give a reject link option, then your job is going to not even compile. What it is saying, if not found, requires an output reject link. You don't have that. You do give it reject link first. Then it is going to work. So that is what if not found output, and if not fail means job will fail even one record getting rejected. That's what it means. So by default is fail. By default is fail. Selector mode you have unique defined, user defined means the way I specify hash. Hash means only the unique key columns you can specify. I mean unique key columns means not unique. I'm sorry, it's number key columns. Only the number key columns you can specify in hash. And auto means it's like by default. Okay, so that's what this selector mode. Now, what is the limitation? You can use at a time only single column, but number of key columns you can, number of conditions you can write. Number of conditions you can write like this. But how many number? There is a limitation here also. There is 128 means 128 outputs will be allowed with this switch stage. So 128 case statement. Each one case statement will have one output. Each case statement output will capture into one output. How do you see that case statement and how do you see the output means the number you have, the case statement and the output you have links, those will be mapped here. And you can see the result here. Only one result. But if I want to do a filter on two key columns, switch cannot help us. So for this limitation, there is another stage called filter stage. Just to copy and show it in another way, I'm just copying the whole job and I'm going to place instead of switch, I'm going to place. This I'll make it as if not found as drop. That will make us to not to get job aborted here. And I'll just replace this with a filter stage. So filter stage supports single input and n number of output lanes. Single input and n number of output lanes. I'll just rename the column name, link names because maybe it get duplicate problem. Because I copied and pasted, right? It will be getting duplicate problem. So I'm just renaming it into so that it will not help, it will not get any duplication. Okay, see here, it is a where class. After where class, what you have written in SQL, just copy it and go here and paste it enough. If you are good in SQL using where class, here filter stage is very easy. How many where class conditions you can give? Here there is no limit. N number of where class conditions you can give. No limit here. N number of where class conditions you can give it here. So I want to give as department number equals to 20. Click OK, compile. And one more problem is switch DS I'm giving. Here I need to change this filter.ds. Filter 2.ds. Okay. So I'm going to compile now. Record as compile and running the job now. I'm sorry again. The job got aborted. Okay. Why it got aborted? We'll see that from the log. So try to see here. Switch job is aborted. The status is aborted. Just view it. See the fatal errors. This would D. Okay, spelling mistake I have given. In filter. This spelling is wrong. The column name. DPT number. DPT number equal to 20. I'm sorry again. I'm sorry. These buttons icons are side by side. Um, Unfortunately, my mouse is going to another options instead of column button. Okay. So now we are going to see here. I have 10 records and I have 15 records. Total coming output. I have 15 records. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. So just double click on this filter condition. You see here where class department number equal to 20 or sal equal to 1500. So the output you are getting is output you are getting 10 records for that way class. For way class condition, we are getting 10 records. Now I have 10 and 15, but total input records are 14. How come I can get 10, 15 means the same records which are matching in the first way class condition. I'm getting those records also in the second way class. That is the reason I'm getting one record now. I don't want to get in that way. I don't want to get the records done. So for that I have an option here. Output row only once means if one record is matching with one where class condition, that first where class condition. If the records matches with the second where class condition, that should not come into the second where class again. That is the option tells you output row only once. Click OK, compile and run. So first compilation is getting succeeded. Then next we will go for run. See now, the second where class condition, you are not getting any records, zero records, because what is my where class condition? The first where class department number is having 20th department. Second where class department number 20, again it is coming. So here, this condition is not yet get any records here. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll just change this department number 20 as 10 and I will run again. So output row only once is true. By default it will be false. It is true. I'm going to run now. So see now one record I got. Why? Because department number is having three records. Why I am getting only one record? This record is matching in the two records are matching in the first where class condition. That is the reason I am not able to see it in I am not able to receive them in second where class condition. So if I put output row false as false, output row only once as false, and if I am running the job, then I am not able to see. Then I am not going to see only one record. I am able to see three records of department number. I hope it helped you. And the second thing, we are beyond switch stage. What we are going to see here is we are about to use filter stage more than switch because you see to here. I'm sorry, give me a minute.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, I'm back. Now we are going to see that filter is supporting number of columns. It will not support only one column like switch. It will support a number of columns. And if I miss before when I took some gap, I was talking about row only once. Okay, so if I make it true, I'll get only one record, and if I make it true, I'll get. So output rejects. If I make it true, what will happen? So see when I compile the same switch concept here. Switch also will not allow. If you say if not failed equal to output, and if you don't give any reject link, it will not support. The same way here also, if you say output rejects true, and if you are not able to give a reject link, it will throw error. Compile time error. This is compile time error, not runtime error, compile time error. So keep data set, and here also you need to convert into reject link. That's why we say when we say convert reject, filter stage supports single input, n number of output links, and one optional reject link. It's not like reject link, it's optional reject link. Because and switch also the same way. Because we need to right click and say convert. It's not by default it is taking. It is saying like it is taking as direct stream link only. We are converting it into digit link. So that is the reason we say optional digit link. Okay. So now the records which are not matching with the two conditions, those records all are going into reject. And you see 10, total 16 records I'm getting. If I'm getting 14, why I'm getting 16? So that is again an option saying output row 1 make it as true. Click OK. Now you will get exactly the match of the input in each. So normally filter differences. Some people will ask you differences between filter and switch. So now see 3 plus 1, 4, and now people will ask you in interviews difference between a filter and a switch. Okay, so here I can have some points. I can give you some points regarding differences between filter and switch. I'll take first switch. So first major part of switch, major difference of switch is to talk about its links. Single input link, single input link, and n number of output links and one optional rigid link. One optional rigid link. This is switch link wise, and it supports. Sorry, we can use single column and n number of up to 128 conditions, and I'm sorry, single input and not n number. I'm sorry, here I'm mistaken, not n number, 128 number of output links. So we are also we can use single column and multiple conditions. Supports rigid link. And here we can capture rejected data. But in filter we cannot do that. So what is the difference in filter to switch means? So filter is single input and 128 outputs, and here in filter the same way, but it supports n number of output links, not 128, n number of output links. And we can use multiple conditions and multiple columns. Multiple columns. And here also it supports rigid link. Optional rigid link. Optional rigid link. Okay, but here we cannot capture them. Okay. So these are the two differences that we have with the switch and filter. And I'll just rename the job name, because see, once you want to rename any job name or want to modify anything, you need to close that job. If you are opening that job and if you want to go there to that job and do some changes, you cannot do that. Just throw it. So you need to close the job, then go to the repository and now rename the job into switch and filter stage. Okay, here we covered switch and filter stage as job 4. Okay, again it's not like special characters will not take. I forgot. Switch filter stage job 4. Okay, we can get exclusive access. Close. Why? I'll just try. It's not a big issue, because only the thing, even we closed it, it is repeating the same. Okay, in this next session, first I'll just close this data stage designer and close this and open, then we can do it. Okay, we'll see in the next session. We'll go through that interview scenario also in the next session. Okay, thank you for watching.